Hey, this ain't a drill. Only time I'm playing is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we bout to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. 716 make them pay me some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill when we talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
What's going on? Welcome back to another live episode of the Post Podium Podcast, home. The all truth, no sodium takes. I am your co-host, Aramis.
I am back for the keys.
With a regular voice this time, too.
We'll see how this goes.
Oh, my gosh. All right. So we going double screen today. Schmitty was not able to be with us. He will absolutely be missed today because we got some work to do today. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get to everything, but we're going to do our best.
Oh, yeah. You said work. I thought you were making a joke. I'm like, yo, I don't like you. Yeah, I got to go back to work. This is tragic.
Wait, today?
Mm-hmm.
What?
5 days a week again. Back at it.
They playing with your soul.
Back
bro.
at it.
They playing with your soul.
I ain't never, you know what? What did Steph Diggs used to say? I am where my feet are. They like, bring that ass in here. I'm like, oh, okay, here I come.
Right.
I got you.
Right.
You got me for another 4.5 years.
All right. So, I mean, I guess we got to hurry up and get right to it then. So here's the deal. I think after everything that we've seen yesterday, I think the one thing that has prevailed in everybody's discussion that I've heard so far is we are probably at the point now where Josh is unable to hide his frustration with this offense. And it's kind of a weird place to start because the defense, in my opinion, was just as much to blame as the offense was, and you know, the lack of, you know, schematic diversity and all that kind of stuff. But my I guess my prevailing thought was, how do you convince a guy that is shown that he just does not have it in him to be what's the word that I'm looking for? Confrontational with his leadership. How do you get a guy like that to make the kind of impact that he needs to make as a franchise QB? I think at some point, you know, we had talked about, I'll put it this way. Before today, we've talked about many times about, you know, how the message gets stale later in the season if things are not going well, and who's going to step up and be that voice, who's going to be that guy that you know, no, we need to have a players meeting now, we need to figure this out, we need to, you know, do this, that, and the other thing, right? And I don't think I've ever heard Josh being one of those guys that stood up and spoke at the meetings. You know, like when they did it back in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, it was
Jerry Hughes and all them. Yeah,
I was gonna say Lorenzo Alexander. I know for sure was one of them that stood up and talked, and then they had another one in 2019. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2019. So I mean, it's happened a few times under Sean McDermott after some pretty bad losses. I know the Saints lost in, I think that was 2018 that we had. We had some really bad losses that season. I think me and you went to that game when we were sitting in the end zone when the Saints they scored like 44 or something like that.
Yep.
But I think, you know, after that game they ended up having a players meeting too. But my point is this. You have to have somebody in the building that sees all of this and is willing to do something about it. Mm-hmm. And the fact that this has gone on for 9 years now means that there's really nobody in the building that's willing to do or say something about this.
Well, we knew that. I mean, they eradicated all of them. You know, you think about everybody right. that's in there, a pariah, they're a diva, they're unliked, they're locker room cancers, and they're gone. You hear, I don't know if you listen, I usually don't, but I was listening to GR this morning, and Jeremy White was talking about how he watched the Patriots game, and all he remembers is Stephon Diggs in the beginning with the fiery speech. He remembers, I guess they talked to Travion Henderson, and they asked him, "Why did you have such a good output?" He said, "Because Steph Diggs is on my butt. He's hard on me." And they said, Steph said, "Yeah, I'm hard on him because I've seen a lot of A+ running backs, and he's one. Of course, when I expect things from people." And when what Deion Dawkins said, when he first came to the Bills, he said, not Deion first came to the Bills, but when Steph first, he said, yeah, he walked in, it was a different locker room automatically because he walked in with expectation. He let us know about it. He wasn't afraid. The thing you have right now with Josh Allen is people typecast two things: the highest paid quarterback on this team, one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league, and MVP. And this unicorn, as they say, and I'm so tired of hearing that phrase. It's so stupid to me. This unicorn of a person that can't talk to their men, that won't talk to their men on the sideline, and you never see it. And it's not that it's a song and dance, but at one point, like you said, when are you mad enough to say, you know what, the hell with this? I'm speaking up. When are you going to get on McDermott's ear and say, behind him and listen to the play calls and figure out what are you thinking about? Because this is what I'm seeing. When are you going to ask me what I need to be to make this good?
Right.
Because I said in our Discord the whole time, I said, I'm not worried. And, my friend texted me, "You scared yet?" No. Discord, "You worried?" No. Because even though we were losing, I'm like, they did this to themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to be worried. They need to be worried because they can't get themselves out of this. And it's not that they don't have the talent to do it. It's they don't have the philosophy to do it. They don't have the scheme to do it. Kev, you heard me. Scheme. We're going to talk about that a little later.
Yep.
And they just don't care. Not the players, but the coaches don't care to make it right, because what happens is, like you said, after the KC game, what do I care? But this is what I said after the KC game. I said, why am I not high on that game? Because they're not going to keep doing that. How many snaps did Jordan Hancock get yesterday? 10. He played 10 snaps. Jordan Poyer's out there the whole game, basically. And what are we doing? We're not carrying momentum over. I understand, that people are hurt. But where was Dorian Williams? How much did he play? I didn't see him. Did you see him? I mean, the razzle dazzle, the creativity, the take it to him that we saw last week disappeared yesterday. And that's the thing that I walk away from games like that KC game and say, okay, I was happy with the win because it showed you that it can be done. But you would play against a Miami team that Devin A-Chain never goes off on the Bills. He doesn't. This is his second 100-yard output. The second. He's had close.
Against us.
Against us.
He's been injured a couple of times.
He's played, I have it. He's played in, I think, 4 games or something like that. And yesterday was the 4 or 5 games. Yesterday was the first time he really went ballistic on us.
Your boy Brownie was saying this season alone, he's got every game that he's played in this season, he's got 90+ scrimmage yards.
Yeah, 90+ scrimmage yards. He went for over 200 yesterday.
I know.
I'll take 90 because most of it's in the air. Most of it's receiving. He doesn't run on us like that. He doesn't dominate us like that. He's scary, yes.
They had 130 yards rushing the first time we played him.
Well, he's scary, yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just him. It was a collaboration. When you don't have Tyreek Hill out there, that's another weapon you ain't got to worry about. We've seen this team play Devin A-Chain. Yeah. We've seen him not contain him, but limit what he can do. But so you're telling me yesterday he gonna knock down a 35-yarder and a 60-yarder, whatever it was, 50-yarder he had? I don't know. Did you see the first one? Did you break down and watch how that unfolded? Cam Lewis got shook in a bucket. He got shook in the hole. He met him in the hole and just got lost. Next thing you know, you got Matt Milano with the weakest attempted tackle I've ever seen in my life. Jordan Poyer is over here diving. He's diving at nothing. And then, heaven forbid, our 4'2" guy, which he's fast, because he hawked A-Chain from the other side of the field. Did he make the tackle? No, but that speed. And what I'm saying is, we missed 8 tackles. Only missed 8 tackles. Why do I say only? Because this team misses a hell of a tackle, a lot of tackles. And for them to only miss 8, they were 8 of the worst tackles you ever see.
Are you giving them credit for something right now?
Who, the Bills defense?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
What I'm saying is we're acting like this always happens. What I'm giving the inverse. They fell apart yesterday. because before yesterday, they actually could stick with A-Chain. They actually stuck with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. They were with them. Josh Allen's what, 15-3 now against them? So, I mean, including the playoff. So, no, I'm not giving him any credit. What I'm saying is the discipline was off, the willingness was off, the intensity was off. They just didn't care. And that's no discredit to the Miami Dolphins. They took it to us. A team that just traded away their top defensive edge rusher. A team that lost their top wide receiving weapon. A team that just fired their GM. And we're sitting here getting pelted 30-13. And that's cool. And nothing happened. Nothing changes. Nothing happens. All we hear about is wide receiver. No.
So on average, I just looked it up. On average, A-Chain has played 6 games against us.
Mm-hmm.
And in those 6 games, he has 552 yards on 86 carries for 8 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's 92 rushing yards a game.
Is that including yesterday? If you include yesterday, yeah, it's gonna be. I got. Hold on a second. I'll pull up what I have.
It probably does include yesterday.
Yeah, because that's gonna skew tremendously. But no, I mean, A-Chain he does not go for 175 yards, 225 yards on offense. That's something that he doesn't do against us.
I guess. You know what? Let's pull up the tape. Because I wanted to get to the first long run from A-Chain.
The one I just talked about it. Yes.
Yeah. Let's get to this.
Yes, put in half speed so we can really talk about it.
Let's go ahead and pull this up because this is, I think, ultimately this is the main point and the main issue that we have with this team is that there are issues that we simply cannot fix at all, specifically because of what I said last week, being this team is built to beat the Chiefs and not really match up that well with anybody else unless they build their team like the Chiefs. And really no team builds their team like the Chiefs. Everybody else is trying to, get big, get physical, get athletic, and put playmakers on the field. So let's go ahead and share this here. Bam. Okay. And now we're going to add this to the, I don't even know how this is going to show up. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is fine. That's fine. Everybody can see us. Okay.
No need to see me. It's fine.
Yeah.
Watch the screen, not me. No.
Right. So, all right. So here's the play. Now, again, this is basically right up the gut, right up the spine of the defense here. Okay. And
watch. I want you to pay attention to a couple of things here. You have, who is that in the middle?
Terrell Bernard.
No, up ahead of him on the line.
That's
Deion Walker.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to watch Deion Walker.
And you got Jordan Phillips here, number 52.
And then the crucial one is 39 coming in from the right side. So the 39.
Right here, it's Cam Lewis.
Cam Lewis and Deion Walker. I want you to watch those two on display specifically.
Okay. Okay, so now, at this point, where's the gap?
The gap is going to be over on the, I was going to say on the left A gap.
Okay, so Deion Walker actually sees it. He's gonna slide and try and plug that gap, which basically sets it up to come right at Cam Lewis.
You said I was going to say Cam Lewis go right at it because watch how he attacks it.
Yeah, and he does, but here's the issue with putting guys Cam Lewis's size on the field to try and stop the run. Now, mind you, Devin A-Chain is what, 180 pounds?
He's not that big.
Right. He's not that big at all. But watch what happens.
Yeah, and that's what I want to say. He met him in the hole.
But and
this is what happened.
Yeah, instead of going full body, full shoulder at his legs, look at what he's basically taking a knee and throwing the arm out there to try and trip him up.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a devotion to good, strong wrap up tackling. Mm-mm. You saw Sean say during the game, wrap up. This is not it.
Mm-hmm.
And but here's the thing. It's not. Look how far away from the play Terrell Bernard is. He's
Why?
way over here on the left.
Why though?
I'll show you.
Because he can't read the play.
Exactly.
Him and Milano. Look at Milano. He can't read the play.
Right. So for some reason, Bernard is trying to run around this block because he thinks this play is going to go to the outside where Milano's already got that covered.
And Milano can't see the ball.
Right.
You can look and he's like, I don't even know what's going on.
Exactly. So Terrell Bernard ends up getting taken way out of the play. Right. And the only guy who seems to have read this whole thing right while still taking on a block is Walker. But then you get Cam Lewis coming over here and saying, well, I'm just going to trip up Devin A-Chain and that'll be
How'd that work?
Right. Right through him.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got a Milano on the ground.
Yeah, because Milano half-ass tackle attempt. And then look at Poyer there. Now look where Max Hairston is. Mind you, A-Chain is a 4.28?
Yeah.
Watch this. Across the field instead. I mean, come on now. Now, yeah, I'm gonna give Max Harrison some credit there.
No,
I'll give him credit there.
I'm about to take it all the way away, right? So here's why. Here's why. Let me get back here and let me go ahead and pull up. Where is it?
No. On that play, I said there.
That's fine, but I'm about to tear him to shreds on this one. I'm about to tear him to shreds on this one. I'm sorry.
This the run?
No, this is the deep pass.
Oh, man, we know about that.
No, here's why you need to worry about that. Okay, boom, got him. Right.
So, we know about that though. I mean, it happens. It happens to rookies.
No.
It doesn't.
I'll put it like this. Yes, that happens. But when you say it like that, what you really mean in the context of you saying it is it happens from time to time, right? You're not saying it happens as if it's okay if it happens all the time, correct?
No, all the time. No.
Okay, right. So that's kind of my point. So what I'm saying is based on what I've heard about this guy, you got to keep in mind. Go look at the matter of fact. Pull up his shuttle time from the draft if you can easily access it. If not,
I'm working on something. No, go ahead.
That's fine.
Give me one second.
So I'll just put it like this. I'll tell you outright. Max Hairston's shuttle time was the lowest of all the corners in the draft. Right, his shuttle time. Now, shuttle time. For those of you that know what it's an agility drill. It's the ability to make fast cuts and turn quickly and go. That is not a big part of Max Hairston's game. This was a clear indicator of that, right? When you go back and you look at his play against Xavier Worthy, where he was running straight line with him, that was press bail. He was basically 5 yards off the line, and as soon as the ball was snapped, his hips were already turned and ready to run straight down the field with Worthy. This particular play was him getting caught flat-footed, not egregiously, but his ability to turn his hips and go. Like he didn't even bite on the cut. I'll show it again. He didn't bite on the sluggo. He didn't bite on it, right? If you watch his back pedal, he's not biting on that. He's continuing to backpedal. It's his ability to turn and then accelerate with the same speed as he would have running straight line. So when you combine this with all the tape that we've seen from him in college, he's always doing what? Accelerating back into the play.
Mm-hmm. I was just gonna say that. I mean, that's 4.29 speed. So I mean, the odds of that happening often, even though he's going to get beat, that's his thing. I mean, he gets beat and he gets back into play. So we'll have to figure out what we can do to save him. I mean, there's no safety hope over the top. It is what it is. I mean, that right there, if it happened multiple times in the game, he allowed 3 catches for 64 yards to Waddle. I think 14 more yards went against Terrell Bernard. But I mean, yeah, I get it. It's just that play right there was on Hairston, but as a rookie starting his first game against a 4.29 guy who should have been a Buffalo Bill, I guess, I'm like, whatever.
You being real nice to this guy right now. I mean, look, I'm what I'm trying to do right now is to make what I've been saying the entire season as clear as I can possibly make it, right? I applauded Max Hairston last week for what? Being in position, right? But the knocks on him still come out, and they came out this entire game. You told this guy to follow Waddle around, right? You put him one-on-one with Waddle the entire game. You basically did the same exact thing with him and Xavier Worthy, except in that case, you had a guy over the top pretty much the entire time, right? So, you know, it is as much as we see good things from Xavier Worthy, the things that are bad with him.
Max Harrison.
I'm sorry, Max Harrison. I don't know why I keep switching those guys' names. The things that we see with Max Harrison are not, they're not fixable. They're not fixable. You're talking about Terrell Bernard who can't read plays. Max Harrison, I mean, I don't understand how you get beat the way that he does sometimes. In college and even before that, this has been a part of his whole entire career as a football player. And I've tried to be nice about it, but this is the evidence, right? So let's get back to our linebackers. I thought about this today. I was gonna cut up some hanger wire and like make actual quotes that I can hold up, because I just knew today's show I was gonna be doing a lot of this, right? But you've got Terrell Bernard at what, 6 foot 220. You got Matt Milano at what, 6'1", 227, somewhere around there. I don't even think he's that. He's
like 235,
230.
I
don't know about 240. Yeah, he's probably closer to 235, but I don't think he stays at that the entire season. And then after that, what? You're still playing nickel, right? Yeah, you're still playing nickel because you got Ingram out there, White's out there.
Is this the first or second?
This is the second long touchdown from AJ.
Okay, I want run it a little bit when you get done and okay, stop it right there. Okay. What do we notice right here? What do we notice?
You tell me, bro.
Why? Okay, so you see Ingram is looking at this H-back, I guess it is. I can't see his number.
Dulcich?
Okay, yeah. He's looking at him. All right. Okay. So 19 is covered by somebody. Who do you think that is?
Bishop.
Trey White. Trey White's on the far side. He's not even on the screen right now.
Well, that's because A-Chain's over there.
No, but that's not my point.
Okay.
My point is Poyer and Bishop are so close they can hold hands. You got Bernard, who's just is just as close to Poyer as Bishop is. Mm-hmm. So in this play, if you fast forward it, where's the spacing? Look at this. There's 5 guys right there in one little area. Now Poyer don't know what he's doing. Bishop's trying to tell Bernard something. Bernard is telling Poyer. Poyer's confused. White's over here. You know he's gonna get destroyed. And Milano's over here in his own little world. Yeah. So I want you to play this here. Because this play actually drove me nuts. Look at Poyer and Bishop. They're so close. Stop it right there. Now, if you see number 46 here, you got 46. You got, what is that? That's tackle Ingram. Pulling?
Yes.
Okay, so the tackle is coming to destroy Ingram. He's done. And Poyer, what angle is Poyer taking? Poyer is going over to where Trey White is. Mm-hmm. Where's the spacing? Because you got Bishop taking the outside. You got Poyer and Trey White getting blocked by the same guy, essentially. And if you run it further, Trey right there. Trey White is dead to right. So you know what Trey White needs to do right there? He needs to attack that tackle.
Correct.
Just run right into him.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You cannot allow the tackle to continue his momentum and dictate to you where you're going. Look at Poyer. Look at Trey White. He's backpedaling out of the gap. Out of the gap.
I mean, look at he's a corner who's got the biggest tackle he's ever seen coming right in his face.
He's backpedaling out of the gap. You know what you need to do. At this point, you know you're done.
This is my point, though, bro. Everything that you're saying is wrong with what he's doing is heavily ingrained in the spirit of him, Terrell Bernard, Matt Milano, Cole Bishop, like all of these guys. Even Poyer is not willing at this point in his career to stick his nose in the gap and plug. Like these guys are not trying to take on blocks. Look at the way. Matter of fact, let's back this up.
Right there. I just want. Oh, okay,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're good. No, because it was an image. I caught something there that was
okay.
Right there. You got Bishop and you got Ingram being blocked by the same guy essentially. Javon Solomon, if we would have been back just a half tick, which is fine, we don't have to. But Javon Solomon, look at him, 56. Javon Solomon cheated inside. You got contained at this point. You're a defensive man, you got contained. You know, and you should never be in that position when you know you have contained.
Right. I guess what I'm trying to get at is if you look at what Poyer is doing right now, right? Let's back it up just
look at his ankle.
Let's back it up just a little bit. So Poyer was engaged by the defender, right? And Poyer at this point in his career, I don't really know what I should expect from him. He didn't even really want to play this season, right? So this to me is like he just trying to make it through. He just, you know, being around the guys and getting paid, and you know, it is what it is. He's really here to coach up the young safeties. That's what he's here.
Which only got 10 reps.
Correct, right? So here's the egregious thing. Here's the thing that is unforgivable, and the thing that I was talking about that is ingrained in the spirits of these light A linebackers. Look at Terrell Bernard and look at where the center is right now. Okay? This center has to snap the ball and then try to get into position to make Terrell Bernard run under the play as opposed to trying to stay over the play and get to that gap and plug it, right? Watch where Terrell Bernard ends up. That's the center.
Run that back.
The center snaps the ball and gets to the spot before Terrell Bernard. How does your 6 foot, barely even 6 foot, 200 and he's probably more like 215. How does this guy who's supposed to be fast and speedy, and that's one of the reasons you extended him is because he's fast and speedy and great in coverage and reads plays well and all that kind of stuff. How does this guy end up losing the position battle to a center? How? Because Terrell Bernard is supposed to run over this play and hop into this gap so that all of this leverage over here can crash down on him. That's what's supposed to happen. These guys, Ingram actually read this play right, because the one thing I disagree with Ingram on this play is he took his eye off the ball.
Oh, him,
right?
Bishop. Yeah, look at him and Bishop. Both here looking over here.
Bishop is trying. So Bishop.
No, not right now. This is later in the play. That's why the screen I had right. Nah, it's not there. It's too late.
Well,
but that's fine. Yeah,
right.
It's not a big deal.
So what I'm saying is, when you watch this play, Ingram right here is trying to get to the edge because he thinks A-Chain is going all the way on the outside, right? He takes his eye off the ball. A-Chain sees that. Okay, well, I'll just cut inside. That ain't no big deal. By that time, it's too late for Ingram to react. Terrell Bernard is already under the center, which means he's not going to be in position, and Trey White is not taking on that block from that tackle. Everybody else is just out of position. Ingram can look at Ingram. Look at Terrell Bernard diving.
And that's
everybody's out of position.
That's for Darian Mathis over there trying to get to him. Yeah, good luck with that.
Right. But my point is this: when you have linebackers and safeties that do not come into the game of football with a desire to take on blocks head on and beat these guys to the spot, you are not going to have a strong run defense. I don't care what kind of fundamentals you preach. I don't care what kind of technique you try to teach these guys. If it's not in them, it's not in them. You can't force this out of these guys. You can't force physicality in a soft player. But these are the guys we extend. These are the guys we praise, and these are the guys that we put on the field to try and stop teams like the Dolphins at 2-7. They're not even a physical team. They just beat us schematically.
They're not a team. They're not. They're a shell of who they're supposed to be. They had, I mean, people with injuries. They had, how many injuries did they have already? Right. To big name people already. So I'm looking at this play and I'm saying this is the best we got. We got guys who can't communicate. We got guys, Milano out of position, who can't see the ball. You got Terrell Bernard who's not strong at the point. Ogunjobi, I was trying to figure out what Ogunjobi could have done there. I mean, he really couldn't have done much. It was going too fast for me to really look at it, but all I can say is, the chip on the center didn't even touch him.
Right.
He had to block nobody. He knew where he was going. I know it as a defensive tackle. If Ogunjobi was lined up, in a 3? Was he in a 3 maybe?
I'll bring it back up. Let's see here. So if we go back.
And what down is this? Okay, so he's in the. Okay, yeah, he's in the 3. So Yeah, no.
No, this is
that's
this
Vidarian.
Mathis.
That's
Yeah.
Vidarian. He's in the 2 actually.
Yeah.
He's like a 2I, so he's not even in the 1. They don't even have a 1 gapper. See, this is why you need the 1 gapper. This is why you need somebody, because guess what? Somebody's got to tie up that center and that guard, even when they don't want to be tied up.
Yep.
Their whole purpose for being on the field, why Daquan Jones was effective when he played, why Ed Oliver is effective even though he doesn't get the stats, because they tie up 2 guys. In that play, nobody had to tie up 2 guys. It was just 1-1-1, and I'm gonna go right to that little linebacker right there. And there's a reason why we have the linebackers we have, because they're supposed to be clean. Yeah. They're supposed to be able to move freely. You can't move freely when you don't have a 1 tech. You can't move freely when you don't have somebody that demands a double team, because that center laughed at Ogunjobi right there and ran right to the. I mean, right. play it one more time for me, please. Watch the center. Can you just point the point center so they watch him and what he does to Ogunjobi. Watch this. He's like, he's got him. That's a linebacker. That's what that. He's got him. He didn't even touch him. He almost fell down. He didn't touch him. Yeah. Ogunjobi's supposed to be
returning. He didn't need to. I mean, honestly, the center's responsibility at this.
No, I'm saying Ogunjobi didn't touch him. Ogunjobi, he's got to be a disruptor there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the closest one. You got to be a disruptor. The ball's coming to your side. The center's pulling. Guess what? You got to try to bump him. You got to knock him off his path. Right. And Ogunjobi's so busy getting hugged by this gentleman here that whatever. I mean, you see the guy pulling. He comes to you. Absorb the block. You got to absorb it because he's trying to slide off of you. And as a defense side, you have to know that he's trying to slide off and go somewhere. Mm-hmm. Who's behind me? If they're pulling like this, that means this is going to be a run play. And he's going to get somebody that's important to our defense.
I think that is probably another fundamental flaw with the philosophy of this defense. You have a defensive line that is supposed to free things up for your linebackers to just clean up, right? You want your linebackers to be able to just attack, play freely, and just play cleanup. Mm-hmm. And instead of getting guys that are capable of doing that for your linebackers, you have defensive linemen that are there to penetrate. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I think it's very clear. We'll pull it up here again. I think it's very clear what the mindset of our defensive linemen were. If you go back and you watch them from this point here and you watch exactly what Ogunjobi does, he's thinking penetration. He's not thinking this is probably a run play. Mm-hmm. I need to make sure that I plug things up for my guys behind me. We did it.
What? We signed Mecole Hardman.
What?
Yeah, I just looked it up.
Are you serious?
Buffalo Bills signed Mecole Hardman, Super Bowl champion wide receiver. We did it, Joe. We did it.
What?
I just looked it up.
I'm not looking that up.
Yo,
I'm not looking that up. How big is Mecole Hardman again?
Who cares? What you bitching for?
Mecole Hardman. Yo, wait.
Sports Illustrated says it. Yahoo Sports says it. Democrat and Chronicle. Sporting News. Yeah. Unless all these guys are wrong. Yeah, it's
5'10", 187.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. 5'10", 187. Okay, and this is the guy. This is the guy that really couldn't get a premier job with the team that drafted him. Mm-hmm. Right? Watch this. Let me see. Where is it? Okay. So check this out. So the Bills signed Mecole Hardman.
Mm-hmm. As of 22 minutes ago is what I'm saying. 33 minutes ago for Sports Illustrated.
Okay. Now, Mecole Hardman is 5'10", 187. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you know what Mecole Hardman's 40 time was?
He was fast.
Let me see.
I don't think he has all 10 fingers though, because he's dropped a lot of passes, didn't he? Wasn't that his thing?
Yes, it was. So he ran a 4.33.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see something real quick. Okay. So Mecole Hardman ran a 4.33.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know how big Elijah Moore is?
Yeah, he's like what 5'9", 5'10", the same size basically.
He's 5'10", 178.
So why you want to get me brought up about Elijah Moore when you know they don't use him correctly? He's faster too.
Do you know what he what?
He's just about the same speed, 4.35, I think it was.
4.35.
Mm-hmm.
He had a faster time from a different source at his pro day.
Well, okay. I'm not going to say you're saying
because I'm stewing.
I'm stewing. Go ahead.
So you mean to tell me you
say it slow.
You perceived an issue at wide receiver, and your solution was to go get Elijah Moore 2.0
because we was bitching.
I can't make this up.
He went to bed. He went to bed angry on Tuesday night. He was madder than the rest of us fans on Tuesday night.
I cannot make this up.
He just derailed the whole show. We were bitching, and now we go ahead and we don't have a number one wide receiver.
Yeah,
we got Joshua Palmer. I'm going to say it because he wants to be called Joshua. So guys, just in case you meet him, Joshua it is. So we can't have that. We got Elijah Moore who can do the things that we need, but we don't. He has how many targets he had this year? 14. He has 14 targets with 9 catches.
Yep.
Maybe use that one.
They don't know how to use him.
That's my point, my friend. Okay, my friend. He gave me the business over Jalen Waddle. Gave me the business over Jalen Waddle. Now this is the thing, and everybody knows me. You can't afford. I piss on everybody's cornflakes with the money. Not this time. The Bills could have easily afforded Jalen Waddle. Easily. But what would he have done in this offense? I don't want to hear what he could do. The offense has proven to you that they don't know how to use anybody in this offense the way they should be used. They don't know how to make this offense go. So what are we doing going to get Jalen Waddle for? Yes, it'd have been nice. Yes, he'd take some attention off of somebody else. But in this offense, this horizontal BS offense, what's the point? You got 4.35 in-house. You can't use them. You got Curtis Samuel in-house. You can't use them. You got fine. Bench Keon Coleman. I don't care. Not because I think, but this is what everybody says. We won't even talk about him right now. We will later though. But we have it in-house. We had KJ Hamler. We had speed for years. We had what's the Wilkinson guy? Remember from preseason?
Christian Wilkinson.
He was good in preseason. Nope, can't have that. Nope. Put Tyrell Shavers up there. Put Shakir out there. So I forgot about him. He's fast too, isn't he?
Yep.
Nah, don't need it. Let's let him run average depth of target is like 0.1 yards. Let's do that. Let's let him just suffer. 7 receptions on 9 targets or 10 targets for 43 yards yesterday. Everybody's eating. It works. Right? It worked. Now I got receipts. I don't want nobody to tell me it doesn't work because how many of y'all told me it works? How many of y'all told me we don't need that number one receiver? How many? But then we want to get what? Jalen Waddle. Then we want to get what? Brian Thomas Jr. Then we want to get what? Chris Olave. The flavor of the week, whatever the case. We need help. Say it with me now. We need help. Yep. But the help that we need is not the wide receiver. The help that we need right now is somebody that knows how to use the talent that we have. You mean to tell me Keon Coleman right now, he's at 50 targets. Khalil Shakir has 56. What if we diminished this forcing of the ball to Keon Coleman and had a number one guy that we can get Keon Coleman actually open? What if we had a scheme where we learn how to layer concepts? Concepts, people. Concepts. What is a concept? Somebody tell me. There is no concept. All we do is yell about what we don't have. We yell about but then watch when they go somewhere else. Why didn't you do it here?
Yeah, but we do have to understand, because I've heard a lot of people today say we need to fire Brandon Beane, and truth be told, it's not Brandon Beane's fault. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to keep saying this. I really don't. The offense we're running now is the same offense that we were trying to run with Ken Dorsey. It's just Ken Dorsey wasn't as good as Joe Brady, and people think Joe Brady sucks. People think Joe Brady sucks.
I'm sliding that way.
I get it, but here's the thing. Aaron Kromer is the run game coordinator, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you put all these kinds of restrictions on how you want Josh to play football, on how you want your offense to look? I want an efficient passing game. I don't want downfield balls. I don't want 50-50 balls. I don't want an air raid system. I want West Coast. I want everything within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, and I want so much yak. We can't contain ourselves. That's the kind of offense I want as a head coach. Okay, now go do it. I'm an offensive coordinator that has cut my teeth on air raid systems. You want me to come in here and do the exact opposite of what I'm good at. And I get criticized for not only having to do something I don't do, but to also have to do it with somebody else controlling half of the offense. Why are we putting this stuff on Joe Brady? Why are we putting this stuff on Brandon Beane? These two guys are victims in all of this. How have we not seen, after 9 years of freaking unbridled, what's the word I'm looking for? Unbridled, what's the word I'm looking for, where they're all about self? What's the word I'm looking for? Somebody tell me in the chat. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh. Come on. You know the word, man.
I mean, I can think of a lot of words, but I don't know. I mean, you could say selfishness, or narcissism.
Narcissism. Yeah. Textbook narcissism. That's exactly what this is. Because listen, I'm telling everybody here right now, all 105 people watching this right now.
Oh, wow. I didn't even. Hey, y'all.
Right. Appreciate that.
Nah, Nate, you late. I already said it.
I'm telling everybody right now exactly what's going to happen at the end of the season, okay? Listen closely. Sean McDermott is going to fire Brady. Brandon Beane is not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. They are going to fire Joe Brady, and then they are going to begin a search for a new offensive coordinator.
That is going to be named Ronald Curry.
It's probably, well, I don't think they're going to fire Brady before the end of the season. You think they're going to just...
No, they're going to... I don't care when they fire him. He's going to be in-house. Who's in-house that they're going to do?
Right. So that's my next point. The guy they bring in is not going to be, this Mike McDaniels or some other name, right? That doesn't work with what Sean wants. Sean wants a guy that's going to come in and do what he wants to see on the field, right? Remember, Sean McDermott was asked if the last 2 weeks were an indication of the type of football he wants to see, even with the Bills struggling in the passing game against the Panthers. He said yes. So what's going to happen is they're going to hire an offensive coordinator from the inside of the building. That guy's going to come on.
Kromer.
Right. It probably will be Kromer.
Joe Brady's going to go to Penn State. That's where he's going to go. Penn State.
Or Dayball. One of the two.
Yeah, whichever one gets there fastest.
Right. But the bottom line of this is what's going to happen to all of you. Well, not all of you that are watching us because you guys are smart, but all the people who try to ridicule us and all the people who just want to enjoy all the regular season winning, and they enjoy the fact that they always get to the playoffs and they got a shot at getting a Super Bowl every single season, and they're a good team and they're a good franchise and people respect us. All those people that are like fighting to hold on to that, all of those people are going to be so hopeful. They're going to be so happy and so positive that we finally got rid of the big problem that was Joe Brady. And then we're going to look so positively on the upcoming 2026 season, and we're going to buy tickets, and we're going to be so happy for the draft because now we've got a new offense to put around Josh. It'll be his third in the span of 3 years. And we're not even going to bat an eyelash at that. We're going to buy it all over again, even though the same exact guy that has been here from the start, that has put this whole entire system together, continues to get away with firing other people and keeping us hopeful for the next blunder.
Yeah, I mean, this is what needs to, and this is where you started the show. And this is kind of where I was. It's going to happen repetitively because somebody can't open their freaking mouth. There's one person that can say no more. No more. No, not happening. And it's not going to happen. And I don't want to hear the jokes about Haley's going to make him do this or, the grandma don't smile. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about, and I put it in the comment yesterday. I said, I'm off of it. I don't want to hear no more excuses. I don't want to hear no more sob story. I don't want to hear no more nothing. If he doesn't lead us back somewhere yesterday, I want to see what everybody's foretold of. He led us down the field, interception.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting the interception. That's on him. The fumble, I get it.
Right.
You were trying hands next time.
Happen.
2 hands because he put that. He started doing. I was like, oh no. And then James Cook. Those two, but those are the two that we've been riding the whole season.
Right.
And James Cook has been the best running back in the league. I don't care what anybody says. He's been the best running back in the league.
Right.
So guess what? You got the best running back in the league. I wonder what they're going to target on. I wonder what they got. That boy, what's his name? Jordan Brooks, that linebacker.
Maybe Terrell Dodson, another guy who was good against the run.
Yeah, they
lined up in base.
But you know what's funny about this? You got the best running back in the league. What do you usually do with a running back? You hand the ball off, right? Yeah, and when you don't hand it off, what do? You act like you hand it off. It's called a play action. Right. Why was it the second lowest output of play action passes this season? 13%, coming off of 20-something%, almost 30% last week. Why do you change stuff from week to week when it works? Why change it? Josh Allen's lining up and we ran out of the shotgun. We're doing all this stuff again that didn't do last week, and it worked. We ran 21 concepts with Gilliam. Mm-hmm. What happened to that? Well, I mean, Levy's gonna break if you give James Cook the ball. 7 carries in the first half. 7 carries. That's what we're doing.
They said Johnny Taylor would like a word with you.
I don't really care. Johnny Taylor can have all the words with me because James Cook is the best running back in the league this year.
Yeah. I think so. The reason we say that, and the reason I agree with it, is when you look at James Cook's yardage before contact and yardage after contact, his yardage before contact is the lowest in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. So he's getting contacted before he hits the line of scrimmage. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he has the yardage that he has, and I think he's now second in the league in yardage behind the game that Taylor.
He was second, but he's played one less game too.
Right. So keeping all of that stuff in mind, it's like James Cook James Cook should get the credit that Josh Allen got last year. He's doing more with less.
Yep.
And yeah, the touchdown totals have kind of dropped off. I mean, scoring in general for this team has kind of dropped off.
Yeah, he still got 7. I mean, he's
right
on pace for. I mean, like I said, he's gonna get you 10.
Yep.
He's on pace for like 1,500 yards, averaging 5 a carry. He was the only running back in the league to average over 100 yards a game. So, I mean, this is not a James Cook love fest. But what I'm saying is, when you have that against a depleted defense, you use that. 5 catches for 20 yards or whatever, 25 yards.
Yeah.
We can't. What do you have last week? 29 touches?
Well, so to be fair, the Dolphins came into this game saying, all we got to do is shut Cook down.
Right.
All we got to do is stop him and the whole offense falls apart.
Right. And that's my point. If you're going to do that, you have to show you're going to use him and then play action.
Right.
But instead, they said they want to go back to the shotgun. Ain't nobody going to play action out the shotgun.
Well, okay, so the shotgun was more like second half when they had to throw the ball. I get what you're saying, but I think I saw 2 play action plays that Josh dropped back into, and by the time he got to his back foot on that drop, he starts scrambling around because nobody's still open. Like, you got to understand, play action plays take longer to develop than any other play, right? Because you need time for the quarterback to turn his back and then turn around and read the field. So by the time Josh hits his back foot, there should be one guy open. There should be at least one. But the issue with that is, as you've put it, they didn't run a ton of play action, but even when they did run play action, it didn't work. And that's because you don't have guys getting open down the field. Now, for the Keon apologists, which I am one of, there were some times where he got open. There were times where he just wasn't open. But I think the bottom line here is you've got a quarterback that doesn't believe in the system he's playing in because these guys are not getting open fast enough. There's a big difference between being able to get open at all which on tape, you can clearly see these receivers get open and getting open fast enough for your quarterback to be comfortable playing within the timing of the offense.
See, what I think what you said is correct. Not the fast enough part, but the timing. The timing, and that goes hand in hand with progression. That goes hand in hand with saying, okay, at this point, this guy should be open. If he's not open, that goes to this guy. You know, if you watch a couple of the all 22 clips, obviously I didn't post them anywhere, but if you watch just all 22s of Josh Allen dropping back, their guy is open when he's looking, but he doesn't trust it. Or what I'm seeing, what I'm assuming now is that Josh Allen is looking for the deep play. He's reading deep to close.
Mm-hmm.
And that in this offense, you can't read deep to close when you ain't got nobody, because the defense is running a single too high shell. Sometimes they're covering up your guy. Like there was like the one sack he had, Keon Coleman was on an out route, a deep out, and he was bracketed.
Right.
But by the time Josh came out that look, it was over. Then that's the second sack he took. I don't know if you want to pull that up or not, but
I'm looking at this comment from Kyle Bailey. I don't know where you get 72 hours ago. I was on cloud nine. Cloud nine where? I wasn't happy about that Chiefs win.
Yeah,
not me. I think just about everybody in this chat could tell you I was not happy about that Chiefs win. To me, it was all right. So what? Right. And then even before that, you scored 40 points on the Panthers. The quarterback they had playing should have been cut before that game. I don't know where you're getting that from. You might be casual C. So keep going. We might set the chat loose.
We'll figure who it is.
So where are we going to now?
Let's see. Can you pull up the second sack? It would be
all right. Pull up all the sacks.
Actually, no, yeah, the first one. That's the one I want. Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna have to slow this one down a tad if you can.
Slow it?
Yeah, slow it down a tad.
Do it slow.
Half speed.
There we go. Okay.
Now, first and foremost, there's a bunch of stuff happening here. If you look at, you have what? Shakir, you have Samuel and Keon Coleman out right. And you have I think that's Knox or it's either Knox or Kincaid up top. So now you got
that's Kincaid up top.
Kincaid up top. Now you have Ty Johnson in motion. He goes back. Look at David Edwards. He doesn't know what he's doing. David Edwards like, what are you seeing? Now what he's doing is he's telling the slide to the left because he knows the blitz is coming from the left. This is zone. So pick up his ear. Now look at Keon Coleman right there.
At the bottom.
I'm sorry. Look at Shakir.
It's right here.
Right there.
Yep.
Josh Allen's looking. He's not looking there yet. But right here, this is third. See, the stick is third and 7. Mm-hmm. If you would have hit Kincaid here on the move, now play it. Right there. Kincaid can get those 2 yards. But by that time, he's looking at Shakir now. And Shakir's bracketed by these 3 guys, and Josh's like, oh shoot. Now, if you look here, I think his first read was Samuel down at the Dolphin logo.
Okay.
I believe that's where he was looking first. So that's his deep to close.
So let's back this up a little bit here. Actually, let's get right here. Okay.
Yeah, he's looking for Samuel now. Kincaid saying, I got it. Give me the ball.
He didn't even really give this play a chance.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. And it's not even a hit on him, but it's to what you're saying. He doesn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But the players are there. People are getting open.
Well, this is okay.
Because if you look at Coleman here, Coleman is drawing this. I think this is the safety here. Either that safety or that's that linebacker we were just talking about.
So here's what we have to look at. Let's get to the tight copy here because this is really what you guys need to see. This is the important part. Okay. So I mean, I just from the standpoint of what's causing Josh to break down, these are the things that are causing Josh to break down. You got your running back coming back in to block, and your running back is going to be the guy that's taking on Matthew Judon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And on the other side here, you got Bradley Chubb, who is just going to straight bull rush Deion Dawkins right into the lap of Josh Allen. Right. So here it is. Let's get all this motion stuff out the way.
Yeah, I hated it. It was too much. Way too much motion.
Absolutely too much.
I'm like, what's going on?
right? Because I mean, like here's the deception too. Before the play snaps, watch 11 follow Keon Coleman to throw off Josh Allen to make him think that it's man coverage, and then watch what 11 does after the ball snapped. He's following him around like it's man. The ball snaps and he breaks back into zone.
Yeah, see, for me, I knew it was a zone because if you look at 23, was that 23 on the right side? My eyes don't work. He started the motion and then 11 finished.
Yeah.
So right there, that tells me that they're not playing man.
Right. They were playing more zone match.
It was a zone match. So right there, you know, if Josh was reading man on that one, that was an error on his fault.
So here's the other part of the breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The ball is snapped. You have 4 offensive linemen blocking 2 defensive linemen, which forces your running back to take on Matthew freaking Judon. I don't care how old Matthew Judon is at this point. Ty Johnson ain't holding him. Okay. And the other part of this is your stalwart left tackle, your franchise left tackle, the Snowman.
Okay, you're doing too much.
You freaking Snowman. Dookie Juice A Snowman. Gets bull rushed by Bradley Chubb straight into, like, Edwards is trying to help, but it still ain't working.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh sees that. Like it ain't even him feeling the pressure. He sees it. He sees it coming right at him. He knows I ain't got much time trying to sit in his pocket behind Ty Johnson.
Wait, did he just knock him off his pivot?
Who?
Ty Johnson. He just knocked him off his pivot.
I mean, that's so far after. Like,
no, I'm saying I'm just being. No, he didn't.
No, he definitely.
It was just the way it looked.
Yeah.
But see, that's where the timing thing comes in. Like you just said, timing. At this point, when you know that blitz is coming, or when you think a blitz is coming, you feel that you have to feel and know that those 2 guys are there in front of you. You got to know that you need 7 yards, but I got to get something.
Right.
The second one.
I'm sorry, I just can't get enough of this. Like this is. Look at Deion Dawkins, bro.
Don't look at Deion Dawkins. Look at Spencer Brown. Run it back. Keep going. No, keep going. Keep going. Right there.
Yeah.
He did a whole 360.
Yeah. Because he's looking. He's like, Josh, I already know you about to break out.
Like something happened. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he looked like he was going for a pass.
So this is the other part of this. Zach Seiler is behind 66 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Zach Seiler ends up getting double blocked by
Torrance.
By Torrance and Edwards. Now watch Edwards. Or not Edwards. Who was
McGovern?
Yeah, watch McGovern's stupid behind. Why are you running around a guy that's being blocked to try to block? Why are you like what?
Oh, you know why? You know why? They just twist it. Running back, they twist it. I get it. I get it. What I'm saying is that's why, because they don't have the discipline to talk. He twisted. Now go back. Now watch. It was a late twist, so it actually wasn't Seiler. It was right there. So now McGovern is following his responsibility. Spencer Brown is like, huh? That's why he looks like that. Because he doesn't know a guy is coming looping around his side, and he's getting ready to do some other stuff. That's probably the issue. But yeah, no, that was to illustrate that there were options available. It wasn't going to get you a deep pass. It wasn't going to get you Samuel, but it was something.
What's the next play, bro?
Next play. So this is go to the second sack. So this is another one of those deals where the offensive line has no clue what they're doing. Uh-oh. I said the second one no good. This one was on Deion Dawkins completely. Don't say nothing. I wanted to see the second one, not that one. Why you got to do the tight coverage?
I need people to see their freaking hero. This is the guy that y'all want to hang out with and applaud for being a franchise left tackle. Bradley Chubb barely touched this dude. You know what he did?
This dude y'all want to hang out with?
Hell yeah. This is the guy they want to hang out with. I want to sit in that drag car with him. I want to go drift racing with him. Like, bro, he's not even that good. I've been saying this for how long? Bradley Chubb has not put up stats in how long? Bradley Chubb came in and basically told Deion Dawkins, oh, you got a little something on your shirt. And Deion Dawkins was like, oh, I do? And then freaking clear path to the quarterback. That's what happened. Like, literally, watch this. He barely touched him.
I don't understand the spin. He plie on him.
It was choreographed, bro.
Yeah, he plie on him. I don't understand the spin. And then he got a penalty for some reason. I don't know what the penalty was for, but
because he freaking latched on to Josh Allen's back like a flying monkey.
I mean,
like,
Deion Dawkins did kind of hold him up there too. He's like,
you
let him down gently. Like, what the hell's going
ride
on?
Josh Allen like a runaway horse. You know, just jump on his back, just hold on for dear life.
Hold on for dear life.
Don't let him get away.
Can we get the second one though? Because the second one was
we gonna try.
It might not work. Who knows? It doesn't like me.
It showed up.
It's work. Okay, so this is the one that you got to. Yeah, this is Shakir. Shakir's coming down there, and that's where you should have went because there was a blitz on the left side. He's open.
I mean, he's already out of the pocket by that time. But
he's looking right at him, so that's the pass he has to make. You know, I just a little bit more because he right there. Shakir won.
Well, right, but again, watch Josh Allen on this play, right? So Josh looking to the left, fakes it. Now he's out of there because he sees the blitz coming, right? So what Josh is trying to do at this point is he's trying to assess, okay, do I keep running or do I try to bank some time to try and find the open guy, right?
Yeah, no, he needs to throw it to Shakir. That's what he needs to do right there. See, now he's trying to do it. It's too late.
Yeah,
he saw it, and the thing is,
well, how do you know he saw it?
He's looking at him. I mean, if you look at when he goes look at him, he's looking right at him. He's looking right at him.
Yeah, but he's not in position to throw the ball.
Josh Allen can throw the ball off his back foot 40 yards.
I get it, but he's not in the foot that he's on. His body is not in position. He didn't plan on doing that. I get what you're saying, that he sees him and he should have thrown it. But at that point in time, as you're running and you see the guy, you've got to get like that. The thought has to make it to the body. And at this point in time, the thought hadn't made it to the body because he's got a guy breathing down on his neck. What Josh is trying to do at this point is get away from the blitz and then try to slow it down and find the open guy, but he didn't even get that chance. It's too late.
See, for me on this one, he knows he's going to Shakir. He knows he's going to Shakir, and he doesn't want to throw it with anticipation Shakir is going to beat that line, that nickel. See, he's still open. He's looking at him right there.
I don't know.
Hold on. Right here. He's that's a little too far because the blitz is coming. That's your point. But he's looking right at the guy. He's got to throw that ball. He's got to throw that ball. Who's that? Elijah Moore. Whatever. That was on the other side of the field. I'm not going there. But Shakir you had to throw that ball there in that little soft zone. Worst case, incompletion. You can't take that sack there.
Worst case is interception, bro. Worst case is interception. This little bit of space for where and I get Josh has got the arm for it. But everybody's eyes are on Josh right now. So the second they see that ball come up, you got two guys that are in position to make a play. The safety might even be in position.
Well, he's not going to get there
if the ball is not thrown hard enough.
Well, he's not going to get there in time. But you got to assume that the linebacker is either going to turn on some Madden speed and just get back there. That cornerback's going to break off. Who is that? Keon Coleman. A lot of variables are there. Josh Allen knows it. He knows where he should go.
I'm simply saying the arc that Josh would have to put on the ball to get it over these defenders, but under these two defenders, it's tight. That's a tight throw.
I know it's tight, but it still needs to be made. If you go to end zone, there's nothing. It goes to end zone image there. This is another instance where the line has no idea what they're doing. See, Edwards is saying the blitz is coming from the left side. Torrance, I got it. He didn't get it, and Edwards took his man, but nobody accounted for that. The blitzer coming hot off the B gap.
Why didn't they slide? I don't get that. Why didn't they slide? If they all slid, we would have been fine.
This is Deion Dawkins. Everybody had somebody with Deion Dawkins. Deion Dawkins got split because Edwards saw the blitz, but Deion Dawkins got split. He didn't flip the coverage. He didn't flip. But see, the thing is, if you go back and watch this again, David Edwards is signaling that the blitz is coming from his side, but Torrance already signaled to snap the ball. He's like, I got it, snap. And then by that time, McGovern snaps the ball, it's over. If you watch the time it took from David Edwards to tell everybody there was a blitz coming, to the time Torrance moved his hand to snap, it was over. There was nothing they could do about it.
I don't know, bro. The point in time, the second Josh comes off of his read on the left side of the field there, and starts running, like that's the point where he's like, okay, I got to get away, right? And who's the blitzer? Is it a corner?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he knows he's got a corner blitzing, which means he's just got to get away. There is no I'm a just run and stiff arm. That he's got to get away. So at this point, he's trying to run. I mean, I get he's looking. I don't know. I don't know if I would blame him for that.
I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying that when people say there's nobody ever open, there are plays that could be made. It's just that it's not the progression. When I say that, what I mean when I say it's not progression is when normal coaches talk to their quarterback, talk about the offensive play scheme, they say, okay, in this situation, this happens. In this situation, that should be a read. Blah blah blah. That's how Tua turn the ball over is always so on the mark. That's why he can throw the ball so fast, because McDaniel says if this happens, that should read. If that happens, that should read. And that's what I mean when I say philosophy and scheme is built in. When you get this look, this should be open. If it's not, then you go there. But in our offense, it's no scheme. There's no progression. This is anything goes. Whoever's open, throwing the ball. Everybody eats, throwing the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, Billy B said there's a dump off to his right.
There was a dump off as well.
Yeah. I mean, those are all things that when a quarterback is comfortable in his system, those things just come to him.
You're right.
He ain't got to try a process. Especially a guy like Josh Allen who's already at that level where he can process the game better than most people, right? So for us to see these kind of things, that's a clear indicator that what the restrictions on the defense are the true inhibition to Josh Allen's game. And to be quite honest, I don't think that it is him playing under center. I know he doesn't like it, but I think if you because you can still run air raid stuff playing under center and play action.
Pistol, you can do whatever you want. It means nothing.
So if you put receivers on the field that can run an air raid system and you allow Josh to play his game, you will have the run game you want, and you will also have a pass game that forces those safeties to stay back and forces people to respect, again, the Bills passing game, because nobody respects it now. Nobody.
We don't even know what our passing game is.
Exactly. When the Dolphins come out in base formation, you know your offense is being disrespected.
Yep.
That should tell you everything you need to know.
Yep.
They put a safety at nickel corner and said, go ahead and beat us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't think you could do it. Protect System says, what's the call-in number? I mean, look, if you become a member, we can actually get you on the show for a segment. Or you can, pose your question in the chat one way or the other. We are working on getting a call in line though. So don't worry.
We couldn't see your comments while we're looking at the screen. So we weren't ignoring you. We just couldn't see anything you guys were saying.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of did a mosh up real quick to try to catch up and let people see what we were, that we do see, and we appreciate your comments. Billy D said, everybody sign me up. Sweat said, this is depressing. I didn't tell you were going to be happy today. I just said, we're going to do a show. No, Joel said, Bean set us up. I don't even think he really set up Jeremy White and Joe DiBiase. It was a chop to the throat, but they got the last laugh.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I pile on Josh a lot because I want people to understand he's excellent. He's excellent. But like you just said, he has flaws.
Yeah.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But we need to know how can we make these flaws alleviate these flaws a little easier? How can we work with this gentleman here? How can we get Joe Brady to figure out, oh snap, okay, a quarterback doesn't like this, but this is what I can do. I can do these things, even though he doesn't like, and that's what drives me nuts about, McDermott. Yeah, I get it. McDermott is his offense, and it's his prerogative to say, I want my team to look like this. That's your prerogative. No, they know where we are. No,
right.
But and his prerogative to say, Babbage, I want to call my defense today. That's his prerogative. But if we lose, if you like crap, then you got to own up to it. And I don't want to hear it's on me. I don't want to hear it. We got to do better. Everybody is talking about about this deal where Josh Allen disrespected Keon Coleman with some breath after asking if he was satisfied with what he's doing in offense, whatever it is. Like,
the pause was not disrespect for Keon Coleman. The pause was him trying to hold in the frustration over what causes Keon Coleman to not be as productive as he knows Keon Coleman wants to be. Like, let's be 100 about this. Keon Coleman, before the season started, was in Joe Brady's ear about all the different ways that he needs to be used to get open. Right? So let's not play like this guy, just goes on the field and doesn't know what he's doing out there. He knows what will work for him, and he's communicated these things already. Now, whether or not the coaching staff gets it done is up to the coaching staff. And you have a head coach who doesn't want to see, first and foremost, he doesn't want to see downfield throws. He doesn't want to see what we were doing with Keon Coleman several times yesterday, which I don't understand that part. But he doesn't want to see downfield throws with Coleman, which means those deep post routes that we know Keon Coleman can run, that he's good at, out of the playbook, period.
I can't wait to see Gabe Davis come back.
Oh, my God.
No, you know why I say no, you know why I say that? Because what did he do? What was the only thing he was good at? Going that way.
Straight line
down there. Our average depth of target is Josh Allen's third lowest of his career this year. We don't throw the deep ball. Keon Coleman and Gabe Davis are not the most polished route runners. So what is it that we're going to get out of him that we can't get out of anybody else? That's my point. Like, everybody is saying bench Keon and put Gabe in, but Gabe does the same thing. He runs deep, and guess what? We've neutered that part of the offense. We don't throw down the field like that. We don't want to do it. So what is it that people think that he's going to do? Block better? I thought Keon was a decent blocker, but other than that, what are we doing? We still need something.
Laura said, all I know is Ray Davis's onside kick was
the best way
to seal our humiliation.
That was strange.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I mean, you have a kicker. Prater has a very, very long career in the NFL. I think what you were trying to bank on is Ray Davis being able to kick the ball and then run fast enough after he kicks the ball to then be able to go and take on the defender to create space to get the ball. When have you ever seen?
You said when. I was going to say when right when you said it.
When have you ever seen a kicker kick the ball and then be the first to get to the defender to wall him off? I've never seen that.
I don't even know if it's legal. I don't even know if it's legal.
No, it is. You can.
I mean, the fact that you know how much stuff has to go right. That means he has to be a great kicker to know exactly how to get the ball action to do what he needs to do. Yeah. To get the right blocking. No. Because that ball. Did you see the punt? That one punt that they kicked to us and it just got stuck in the ground. That tells you right there, ain't no ball action out there. The ground is done. And he rolls and he bounces. You thought, no, it's not going to happen. It's going to slide across the grass, which is what you saw, and that's it.
Yeah, you needed to bounce it.
Yeah, and you can't in that environment because, like I said, when they punted us the ball, I think it got stuck on like the 2-yard line, and I mean, just nothing. They were like the Miami Dolphins. They were like, what do we do? It's just sitting here. It's not going to move or nothing.
Right.
I mean, that's. It was mindless. It was dumb. It was stupid. Yeah. No. And for Texas, what happened to the Waddle trade? Okay, Brandon Beane didn't want to give up the first this year and a third this year. What I would have said was, okay, how about this? How about I give you a first this year and second next year? Because the second next year and the third this year is about the same in the weight scale. And no, I'm not throwing in Keon Coleman and all this stuff just to get rid of him. No, that's what everybody's like. You want to give him 2 firsts and Keon for what? For what? Now you being spiteful. But no, we're I would have did that because what is the first round draft pick? If you look at this year's draft, the wide receivers we need are second and third rounders. the ones that we can use as the opposite, that what we need to be a separator, you call it a yak yardage player, a silky route runner, they're in the second round. See Conception from Texas A&M. See I forget the guy's name from Washington. See USC's let me pull these. I'm just throwing stuff out there and I'm not saying any names here. See Denzel Boston from Washington, Mekhi Lemon from USC, Carnell Tate from Ohio State. This is a guy everybody likes, Carnell Tate, because he's on the side of Jeremiah Smith. He's a slower guy, but he's savvy in a route and he gets separation. Mm-hmm. He's got that nuance to him. So we need to Matt C, thank you. We need to definitely go ahead and think about what would this offense look like with Jalen Waddle? What would it look like without that first round draft pick, but we have Waddle? Or are you confident that they're going to use that first round draft pick, package it with something, and do something they don't do? Move up enough to really say we moved up. Not move up 2 slots, not move up 3 slots, move up. Right now, we're not going to draft 29th. We're going to draft 25th or so. Yeah. Move up to the 19th pick. Move up to the 17th pick. Use your first. Use whatever you got to use. Be aggressive because your time is ticking.
Shout out to Marino's Legacy. Thank you very much. Says this year reminds me a ton of KC in 23. Everything was a slog offensively, but they turned it on in the playoffs. Can Buffalo do something similar? My response to that would be the difference is that year that you're talking about in 23, the Chiefs had the number 2 overall defense, and they were able to in the playoffs play very strong defense, especially against Houston. Houston should have beat them, but they were strong defensively. They harassed CJ Stroud the whole game, and even against us, we had a hard time running the ball, even though Cook had a good game. And in the passing game, they made it very, very difficult. So I think
we got sound issues. Y'all can't hear us. What are you hearing?
Sound issues.
Uh-oh.
Where you get that from?
Buff said it right here.
I don't know. Somebody.
Are you guys not hearing us? What does it sound like? Are we off or is it warbled? Laura says we're good.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we got the right setting and everything.
No, Buff must not know. When you see sound, we get scared.
Yeah.
We get nervous.
We've done a whole show before with no sound. 2 times and had to go back and redo the whole thing.
That was tragic.
That was very upsetting. So tell me what you think about this. And thank you again, Marino's Legacy. I think that's to finish the answer. I think that's the biggest difference is you could in the playoffs you can rest on your defense, and then you have an offensive mind like an Andy Reid that can kind of figure things out, based on matchups, right? Because the NFL is not that college is dissimilar, to a larger degree, but the NFL is about matchups. Right. And so Andy Reid's ability to find and expose matchups is best in the league right now. And that's why I think, that's still a team that, when they need to turn it on, they can. Right. When you look at the rest of their schedule, anybody think the Broncos are going to be able to do anything offensively against the Chiefs? I mean, based on what we've seen against the Raiders and some of these other teams that they're just barely beating. I think the Chiefs defense is good enough to really give them enough of a hard time to keep that a low scoring game. And in a low scoring game against that defense, if the Chiefs have a, relatively healthy offensive line, they win that game. I think that's what it comes down to, is being able to protect Mahomes. So I say all that to say this team, this Chiefs team with their defense, with the healthy offensive line and all the weapons that they have, they can do it. Now, the Bills, on the other hand, the issues with the defense are not just schematic. It's built into the size of the player, and it's built into the attitude of the player that we let walk on the field, right? And that's really the issue, because when you get to the playoffs, you're playing against big physical defense, offensive linemen. You're playing against teams that want to run the ball, that believe in being physical, not because that's who they are, but because they know that's what works against you.
You know what pisses me off?
What?
When I'm watching Tremaine Edmonds, I'm like, I wonder. You know, like I didn't want him.
Somebody in the chat
like
said
him.
we should have re-signed him.
Tremaine, but we re-signed Terrell Bernard. I mean, Tremaine Edmonds with Dorian Williams and hell, Shaq Thompson. If you want it, it's a vacuum. We'll just go and have fun with this thing. That looks a hell of a lot better than what we got right now.
Yeah.
And now that you got Deion Walker ahead of him, now that you have I'm not saying Ogunjobi, that's not happening. Now that you have Daquan Jones in front of him, even though Daquan Jones is a shell of himself, you got true one techs. You got guys who actually can stuff the offensive line where Tremaine Edmonds can do what he could do. He was a better linebacker than anybody we have right now. And that sucks for me. That hurts for me to say, you know how I feel about this.
Mm-hmm.
I am pained deeply to the core of my soul to say that Tremaine Edmonds was a miss. Okay, Hart said, I was thinking that too. Tremaine looks real good. It's like I see like Instagram clips of him smiling. He's frolicking. He's having a ball.
Yeah.
And we're in turmoil.
He's on my fantasy team.
You have him for real?
I got him on my
Oh my God.
One of my fantasy teams.
I hate you for that.
He's good. He's good.
I know he's good. I couldn't do it for this very reason.
So real quick, just a quick stat hitter in here. Josh Allen this season is 2-1. Or I'm sorry, Josh Allen is 1-2 when throwing more than 30 passes a game. That's troubling. Every single time that he's thrown over 30 passes in a game, the only time he won was against Baltimore week 1. The other 2 times, the first time was against the Patriots. Let me just confirm that. Yep. The first time was against the Patriots, 31 attempts, 22 completions, 253 yards. And then against Miami, he threw 40 times, 28 completions, 306 yards. Both losses. And to be quite honest, if Baltimore had any kind of, decent coaching in crunch time situations, the Bills should have lost that game too.
I mean, that stat, Josh Allen went, I think, 70% at the end of the day yesterday.
Yeah.
He had 73 yards in the first half.
Yep.
He had 233 yards in the 76 yards, was it? Whatever it was. I think he had about 233 yards in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
But he threw for 80% completion in the second half.
Yep.
Roughly. So when you look at this, why is that? What was working? Did we go downfield? No. It was like Josh decided, you know what? Let me hurry this up. Let me take what they're giving me and hurry this along. Mm-hmm. I saw somebody in the comments there. I want to get your thoughts on this because somebody said that the interception was completely on Dawson Knox. I thought it was bad ball placement, and I mean there really wasn't anything else to do. Keon Coleman, that was his area because it's inside the 10. Mm-hmm. And he had a step on the guy. Josh had to put out there and let him make a play for the touchdown. But I thought that Dawson Knox throw was a little off. It was inside and top shoulder where the linebacker was already sitting.
So Josh, if I'm not mistaken, in the presser said he was trying to get the ball to Shavers.
On that play?
Yeah. So what happened was he wasn't. Yeah, I can.
Okay, because I need to see it because I was like, who is he going through? But
yeah. So I think he said he wasn't able to get enough arc on the ball to get it over them. I don't know what he was going through at that point in time, but yeah, let me.
Yeah, because I heard somebody say I didn't know what play they were talking about, so mm-hmm. I'll just take it.
Interception.
Yep, interception. Take that out. Boom.
Here it is.
Yeah, so for context, Shavers is on the left side, out wide left.
So down at the bottom here.
Shakir, you got not trips, but you got 3 wide left. Shakir in motion.
Let me make sure they can see this. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, Marino. I'll get to you in a second. All right, so here we go. So no. he's running the fade right here.
Yeah,
that's what he's trying to do.
How was that the Shavers? Well, Shavers was running it. What?
Yeah. So he knew Shavers was going to cut inside.
Yes.
That's what it was. Okay, so he was trying to throw it in anticipation. Let me see the rush.
No, it was clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he didn't step into that.
That makes
throw.
sense. Okay, that makes sense why it was so high and inside on Knox, because I was like that wasn't Knox.
No, and I mean, to truth be told, Josh is too good to just be throwing that out there like that. But I mean, this is what this is. Let me just confirm what part of the game this is at. So this is third quarter. Third quarter, 3rd and 5, 6 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Right. By this time in the game, Josh is in desperation mode, but not only is he in desperation mode.
Yeah, look at Keon. I was gonna say, look at Keon. Keon like, hit me up top.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. But look at how many defenders have closed in on Josh already. And I mean, frankly, for a guy that's been harassed all game long to this point, he doesn't have patience. He's just trying to hurry up and get the ball out while trying to play and I guarantee he probably got yelled at at halftime too, you know, in terms of staying in the pocket, finding the guy. And this is him trying to do that.
I would if they would have yelled at me and I'm Josh on at halftime. Oh, we doing this? We doing this? Let's get receipts going.
Yeah.
Because I'm yelling for a lot of stuff.
So
I had a cigarette and everything.
So this makes a lot of sense when you look at it now. It just happened. So watch the defender that's on Dawkins and watch as soon as Josh throws the ball, Bradley Chubb is like basically crashing down right on Josh as he lets go of the ball. You can see Josh's pivot fall to his back foot. That's why the ball doesn't get enough arc, because he's not able to step into the throw. Watch this. You see that? You see like he's leaning backwards. You see his feet. I wish we could zoom this in somehow. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if you guys want to like squint and get up there or go on the all 22 yourselves and look at it later on. But you can see that Josh's pivot he's falling back and throwing this ball. That's why there's not enough arc. If he's able to get this ball up and over, that's right behind the defender. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown, right? Because Melifonwu is not some great type of safety. He's below average at best. So I'm not thinking that he's just going to be able to just, sink backwards into coverage and pick that ball off. I think at that point in time, we're looking at a touchdown with Josh's ability to throw it with just a little bit, get it up a little bit higher, but still throw that, that strong, that strong tight pass in that window there. So, I mean, that's really what the issue was here is the pass rush. The pass rush was too successful in too many different ways. And this was a blitz. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you have six guys.
Let's see where they came from. Can you go back and show where they came from?
So where's the blitz coming from here? Okay, so
it was 5.
No, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah, I didn't see him.
They're running 6 guys at him, so they're blitzing your hot, right, to keep him in the pocket. Torrance gets beat.
Oh, Knox is like, throw me the ball right there. Knox like, give me the ball.
Yeah, I mean, if you were going to do it, that's the perfect time to do it.
Yep. And look at Keon. I mean, I know Keon sucks. I know, but go run it just now all the way back. You had like a tick back, and he's not looking there. But look right there. If he was looking at Keon, for me, Keon would have been the read, because this is his zone. The red zone is where I'm like, okay, Keon, get to it.
I don't know. Okay, so look at Keon's cut and look at the way the defender plays this route. Right, Josh would have to get the ball up and away from the defender, because if he tries to just bullet it in there, it's a pick, right? So watch this. Watch Keon's cut and watch the defender go right underneath and hug that hip. Boom.
If you throw that ball, it wouldn't pass you on pass interference.
I'm not throwing the ball just to try and get past.
No, but if you throw that ball, I think it would. See, that's the kind of play where you got to get up there and say, I got this former Big Ten basketball player. That's why I said you get the ball up and away. You're fine. And I mean, like, just to cut and he had the leverage on him.
Yeah.
But he wasn't looking there, so I'm not gonna crucify him for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that. Wow, Okay. All right. Shavers it is then.
Yeah. But I mean, that's
But it
it's
wasn't
tough.
Knox. Let's put it like that.
It's tough. It's a 6-man blitz, and Josh has been harassed all day. What do you want?
Shut your Riv.
Keon sucks. You had it right the first time. All right. Okay. Let me get to. Did I miss it or was it?
What?
Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. Thank you so very much, Marino. Says, was it a viable path to the Super Bowl in your opinion with the flaws on the team? Josh Allen, just Allen going alien mode. Could the defense be better in January? Okay. A viable path to the Super Bowl. I would believe that if there was any kind of level of consistency at all with this team other than the run game this season. No other aspect of this team gives you something that you can count on, you can believe, you can bank on, you can say, when I get to the playoffs, I know I'll be able to lean on my run game and I'll be able to lean on whatever, Max Hairston being able to cover a team's best receiver. Like, I know I can lean on those two, nothing else other than your run game. So what that tells me is you're making it easy for defenses to dictate to your offense because all they have to do is take away your run game. And so far, every team that's been able to take away the Bills' run game, they've had success against them.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. If you go back and look at every win that we've had, James Cook goes off. There are no more Josh Allen games, right? The Josh Allen game was week 1. All right, there you go. Mwah, beautiful. Done. Kiss the baby. Good night. Mm-hmm. Right? If James Cook has a big game, it's a dub. If James Cook doesn't have a big game, it's not a dub. That's what it is. So if I'm looking at something so simple for a team to take away, and again, who are the teams that we're going to see in the playoffs? The Colts, the Chargers, the Broncos, possibly the Chiefs, possibly the Ravens,
the Patriots.
Mm-hmm. The Patriots took away our run game easily.
Mm-hmm.
James Cook did not go off in that game, and what happened? We lost, right? So that's what really takes away a viable path to the Super Bowl because of the flaws with this team.
Yeah.
In terms of, Allen going alien mode, I think Josh Allen is trying to go alien mode right now.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
I mean, he's trying to do it right now, and it's not working.
That's the thing. And that's why I say he's got the first video I showed where you had the guys right in front of him, and he was looking deeper because he's like, I'm about to take this. I'm about to take the top off of this. I'm about to make this play. Not because he's being cocky or something like that, but he wants to make sure they get the first. He wants to make sure. But sometimes you just gotta ease up the gas. Now, to your point, Rev. That's exactly what I've been saying. He said right where you are, T. Yep. He said you need quick hitters versus blitzing teams. I see no slants whatsoever, no seam balls to tight end. Kincaid getting injured. I've been saying that this team needs to run slant. I mean, just quick hitters. It's the way to go. Even against non-blitzing teams, if you can dial up some quick hitters and make them fall back on their heels,
mm-hmm.
that's you got them right where you want them.
Well,
and
so in this offense, the bubble screen is.
Oh, I know. They need different ones. They need that. They got that, but they need to do something other than that.
No, in their mind, that is the slant.
They're like, yo,
we don't need to do the slant is too inefficient. That can get picked off if a defender plays it right. Like, these are all the things going through Sean's mind.
They're like, Shakir,
it's too easy.
This
right, exactly.
Make it happen, Shakir.
I like this comment here. It says TB will not lose back to back unless Josh wakes up and lets loose. I like the portion of Tampa Bay not losing back to back. Like, Tampa Bay's they're coming here to win. Mm-hmm. Like that, and let's be real. Their defense is capable of stopping the run. Vita Vea is healthy, and that defense can can kick some, right? So when I'm going into the game, when we do the show Friday and we're starting to talk about the game, be prepared for that because their defense is no joke, and they know how to get after the quarterback as well. So, Josh going off is no longer a part of the equation unless Sean McDermott does something similar to what he did halfway through the season last year, where they brought Cooper on, and as Keon Coleman put it, they started to do some different things with the offense. Because that's really what this is going to come down to. They have to start allowing Joe Brady and Josh Allen to sit in a room and cook up some air raid stuff and just go to town on the rest of the league. That's what needs to happen. If they do not do that, if they continue to try and rely on Kincaid and Shakir, and they keep trying to throw these bubble screens, it's game over. If you see that against the Buccaneers, it's game over.
Yeah, I mean they're hindering Shakir. I mean that tells you all you need to know about this offense. They have no idea what they're doing, and this is something that I thought was funny too. I looked up, everybody's favorite word again, separation. Looked it up. I'm going to try this. The top 4 teams in the league in separation according to Next Gen Stats are the Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears, Denver Broncos, Baltimore Ravens. Okay, now I look to see what the current system is that they run. I threw the Bills in because I want to compare it. I'm going to do them last. Green Bay, Jordan Love's best offense, West Coast play action hybrid. Guess what they run? West Coast play action hybrid. If you look at Caleb Williams in Chicago, his optimal system is spread air raid hybrid with motion and misdirection. Guess what they run? Spread motion with misdirection. Bo Nix, Earnhardt Perkins with quick game emphasis. What do they run? Earnhardt Perkins, efficiency game. Lamar Jackson, spread pro hybrid with quarterback running integration. Todd Monken runs a spread pro hybrid with RPOs. Sounds right? Now we go to Josh Allen. Optimal system, hybrid spread with vertical layers and RPOs, right? Current system, Joe Brady's Everybody Eats. It's what it said when I looked it up. That's the name of our system, Joe Brady's Everybody Eats. What the hell is that? How do you quantify this?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
How do you quantify Joe Brady's Everybody Eats? What does that even mean? They don't even know. So, I mean, okay. So then I went and looked at, okay, so they must have all these high drafted wide receivers. I dropped down in there. I said, okay, cool. Jordan Love, you already know all his guys are like 4th and 5th rounders, except for Matthew Golden. Actually, he was a 4th rounder too, so never mind. Caleb Williams, he has 2 first rounders. Bo Nix, he's got a 2nd round, 3rd round, 2nd round, 4th round, undrafted in Trent Sherfield. Lamar Jackson, you know what he has. So what do we have? We have a whole bunch of 2nd rounders. We have a 4th rounder and a 3rd and 5th rounder. That's what we have. So I said, you know what? Let me look at this. Maybe because we're just slow. That's got to be it. We're just slow. The Buffalo Bills wide receivers average 40 time, 4.47 seconds average. Green Bay, 4.4. Chicago, 4.3. Denver, 4.6. Lamar Jackson, 4.6. Why do I say this? Because it's not speed. It ain't speed. These are the 4 top by Next Gen Stat, the quarterback that has the most separation at target. So we're right there. It's not age, because our wide receiver is actually pretty young. Baltimore's got the old boys.
Right.
What is it? Why is it that Mac Hollins goes off for 106 or whatever it was yesterday? Why is it that Stephon Diggs has 5 catches for a touchdown yesterday? Why is it that we can't do it with guys that we have on this team, but they got whoever in the world they want? Mac Hollins?
You see the young boy Kyle Williams?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That everybody wanted in Buffalo, especially when he went late. But no, we can't do that. We got to go ahead and get whoever the hell we got. It probably was Jordan Hancock or somebody, which I like. But the point is, you can have these things. When people say, well, you can't get that draft in that 3rd. Yes, you can. You can get a draft in that 60 most times. So I miss me with that nonsense.
Yeah. The Buffalo Bills this week, the average point total for week 9. I had that wrong. Let me see. I need to get it for week 10. There we go. Okay. So the average total score for week 10 was 45.8 points. Okay. Now that point total needs to get divided in half, right? So you take 45.8 and you divide it in half, and you get
45.8.
22.9.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The Buffalo Bills scored 13 points.
It's the toughest 13 of their life, too.
The Buffalo Bills in the last, let me see. If I have this right, the Buffalo Bills in the last 5 weeks. Let me look at their point totals. Let me pull this up here.
Buffalo Bills?
Okay, so last week they scored 28. Before that, they scored 40. Okay, so when the Bills score under the average, they've lost every time. Every time, right? Their 3 losses, 14 points, 13 points, and 20. Every time they've lost, it's what? It's because they can't score points, right? Now, Sean McDermott's emphasis for this team, it's not about yards, right? He made it a point that I don't care about yards. I care about real yards, like in the heat of the game.
Like tangible yards.
Whatever the hell that means.
Whatever it means to him.
Right? Well, how the hell do you score points? How do you get in position to score points, Sean? How do you do that? You got to move the ball, don't you? You got to get what? You got to get yards, right? So don't you think there needs to be the reason I'm bringing all this up is to kind of lay the groundwork to prove and show that the things that our head coach is emphasizing are not things that directly connect to winning games. They're not. The camaraderie in the locker room, the kumbaya-ness, none of that has ever been shown to connect directly to winning. Never.
It never will.
Good.
It never will.
Because it's not necessary.
It doesn't happen anywhere.
Then you
Corporate
talk about,
life anywhere.
I don't care about yards. I care about points. Okay. The person with the most points at the end of the game wins the game.
Can I
justify
them? This is how you know the drafting of Keon Coleman is what flies in the face of the point you're making, which I am with you. Because when we drafted him, what I said he's a red zone threat. How are we getting to the red zone?
Exactly. Exactly.
Who getting us there? Because we ain't got nobody.
Yep.
But they don't think about that.
Not at all. Not at all. Well, let's be more accurate. They do think about it, but their philosophy on how we're gonna get there is through the run game. To be perfectly honest, you have a head coach that wants to see game manager type football out of his generational quarterback. And then on top of that, you want him to run a style of offense from the freaking 1990s.
Nah, it's from 2024. Everybody eats. They just started last year. Never happened before.
I'm not even saying, listen, Joe came up with everybody eats.
No, he did.
But
yeah,
it's bad. It's bad. But and Marino, I'm gonna get to your comment in a second because it's way back here now. Jesus, Jerry. He said Jim Kelly and Andre Reed ran quick slants for 10 years and we still can't figure that out. Yeah, but that folds into this point, and that's kind of what brought me down this path. So thank you for that. But I think when you're talking about every team in the NFL, you have to look at every team in the NFL from this perspective. And I've said this before. Those of you that've been watching for a while and pay attention, every team in the NFL is a reflection of their head coach. Every team, right? Brian Daboll, players coach, loves to have a good time, get down with his boys. He's not really that disciplined. Issues with the Giants, they can't stop the pass. They can rush the passer, but they're not that disciplined. Offensively, not really that disciplined, right? Jackson Dart is on his 4th concussion this season.
I mean, he's headbutting people with no helmet on. That's
right,
a problem.
Right.
That's a bit of a problem.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. Let me be clear. He's not on his 4th concussion. He was tested for concussion. This will be his 4th time that he was tested, but he actually has a concussion now. After 4 tests throughout the season. So again, an indication that Quarterback's not getting down when he's supposed to. He's playing undisciplined, right? Reflection of the quarterback. So a reflection of the head coach. So we have to understand that what we see on the field with this Buffalo Bills team is not just the offensive coordinator, it's the head coach. And furthermore, we need to accept the same way we're willing to. So I had this thought too. Poverty brings about two types of people in life, right? When you really just kind of sit back and just ponder on that for a second, like anybody who's gone through poverty usually brings about two types of people, right? They are the people who just want to find some stability and just make ends meet, and they will accept life as it comes, and they will just appreciate where they are because they're happy to just have been, they're happy to have come as far as they've come, right? Not really any pushback in terms of trying to fight for higher pay or anything like that, right? They just kind of accept life as it comes. And the other side of that is the entrepreneurs in life, right? The dreamers, the people who don't accept life as it comes. They break out of the system. They make a way for themselves. They figure out how to sell something. They figure out how to create a product. They figure out how to start a business, right? Those are the people that, from a societal standpoint, have all the money. It's the business owners that have all the money. Those are all the billionaires and trillionaires right now. It's the business owners, right? Not the 9-to-5ers. The 9-to-5ers are funding all the millionaires and billionaires and trillionaires right now, right? So what's my point in bringing all this up? My point in bringing all this up is this dichotomy that I've brought out is to show the fans of the Buffalo Bills what side you're on. Either you agree with the entrepreneurs and you need to break out of the system and dream bigger and hope for better, or you're on that side of, well, I'm just happy that we're a good team and people respect us and we make it to the playoffs every year, and all you haters should just shut up and appreciate the fact that Sean McDermott broke the drought for us. Yeah. Whatever side you decide you're on, you need to be very honest with yourself about your current situation, right? For the entrepreneurs, they're all pissed off at this. They hate this. They saw this coming. For the people who have been the hopeful fan, the fan that, wants to believe no matter what and try and stay positive no matter what, you might be a little delusional at this point.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between the optimism, the perceived optimism of hope and the actual optimism of believing that there's better out there for you. Mm-hmm. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, we got a super chat. They said McDummy would never let Allen go no huddle 5 wide receivers all game because if Allen puts a 40 a game and the defense can't hold everyone, they would look at McDummy. That's probably true. But the funny thing about that is what he doesn't understand is if you did something like that and you make an offense one-dimensional, it's easier.
Our offense is one-dimensional.
No, I'm saying the other team. So if we're putting up 40, they're gonna have to throw too.
Oh yeah.
So there's gonna be no running. All you can do is put Max Harrison back there, put whoever else you like back there, not Taylor Rapp.
That's what happened with the Chiefs,
right? And that's the thing. Like you get into an arms race, you got Josh Allen and guys that run down the field. You're good to go. So yeah, that would work, but not. And Jack, you can see this coming. I feel bad for Josh. We all saw it coming, honestly. With the Everybody Eats thing, we most people saw it coming. Everybody Eats was a dumb gimmick, and it had no water. It was never seen before. And to say that Everybody Eats as a system is stupid. Everybody Eats in a system different. You got to have it in a system. That's like just putting a glass of water and just pouring it on a table.
I'm starting to like Everybody Got to Eat better.
Everybody got to eat because they got a system.
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes like, I'm just gonna let everybody eat in my system. So I mean, that's the difference between this and that, and it's ridiculous. So closing thoughts. Yeah, I was gonna say Do you find it odd that Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, and Dalton Kincaid are the only players on the team with more than 20 targets this year?
No. This is who they were last year.
More than 20 targets. 2 of them are 50 or above. Kincaid is like, I think he's at 30 or something like that. And he's always hurt. And James Cook has 19 targets, 18 catches for 124 yards. 18 catches for 124 yards. Why even say you did it? Why even say you did it? I mean, that's ridiculous. And to go back to the A-Chain point earlier, yeah, he had the yards, but if you're talking about he had 165 yards from scrimmage was his previous high. That was 29 touches, and he had 96 yards rushing, and what was it, 70 yards in the air. Before that, he had 121 yards from scrimmage on 20 touches, and then he had 120 on 11 touches. Those were 101 yards on the ground, which is fine. He only had 8 carries, which is bad. So that makes it look a lot worse than it is. But no, I mean, if you're touching the ball 30 times, 165 yards, whatever, especially as a running back, it's going to happen. So I wouldn't say that he destroyed us, but we didn't stop him.
Right.
It just wasn't like we got all hail A-Chain.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this comment from Jeff. Says, go get Christian Wilkinson. I don't care if he grab balls. He can stop the run.
Well, we need somebody. Well, I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I'm not going to say it. What we do need to do is grab us some fresh Reese tea, though.
Oh, for sure.
We definitely need to get some Reese tea. Why? Because I'm not sick. I'm not sick. But guess what? I still need the Reese tea.
It's probably because you had Reese tea.
I did have some Reese tea. And it was 1 part delicious. It was 1 part refreshing, and it was 2 parts healthy. I needed the healthy parts. I think they sprinkled more healthy. There might have been 3 parts healthy. I don't know. But that's what I can expect when there's 4 ingredients. Only 4. I don't even drink tea until I get sick. But let me tell you, it saved my life. So what are you doing? Get over to Reese Tea if you're sick or otherwise. Get yourself a case. Go to Delta Sign anywhere that sells the product. Why would you go get yourself an individual? Get yourself a case. You won't be disappointed. But what do I know? See for yourself. Head over to Reese Tea or any participating store and get yourself a supply and let them know PPP sent you.
All right, let's hit that music. All right, hopefully that's enough time for the music to breathe or whatever, so that it doesn't sound warbled. Listening to it last time, it sounded a little warbled.
Did it?
Yeah, just a little bit. But anyway, thank you so much to everybody that tuned in today. Hopefully you had an opportunity to vent with us and feel just a little bit lighter after this show. I mean, that's why we're here. We always try to provoke thought and good conversation. So thank you for sticking with us. Listen, if you wanna help us out, you want to do something for us, very nice. It's free. You can hit that like button. Something that benefits both of us. You can hit that subscribe button, right? Because we get another person added to the family, and you get to enter into the family. Now you're part of a community, and we're all sharing and loving the bills together and just going through this journey, right? But if you want to do something that is solely for you, if you want to be selfish, right? After you subscribe, you gotta hit that bell. That is only for you. That don't do nothing at all for us, right? If you hit that bell, make that thing, you will get notifications when we send notifications. Like, again, Post Podium Conversations has moved to Wednesdays now. Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. is going to be the air time and the air day for that show going forward. Okay, so make sure you tune in every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. We will do review of press conferences, and I will try to get you guys as much insider information or insight as I possibly can. With that being said, everything you need to know about us is in the description in this video. We've got links. We've got our 2 main sponsors right now, Reese Sweet Tea. You can check them out, ReeseSweetTea.com, and HighMikeHighTech.com is our IT guy. Built me 2 computers, continues to repair all of our IT stuff, and does such amazing work. So make sure you check those guys out at High Mike High Tech. Other than that, been the Post Podium Podcast, home of the All Truth No Sodium Takes. I've been your co-host Aramis.
40 Keys. See y'all next time.
All right, folks. Y'all have a great night. Peace.